Well, hello once again, farming friends. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Hey, we're back on our North Brabant farm, and it is day 5, continuing on. When we last left off, we were harvesting a little canola over in the field. It was about 1:30. Not much has changed since then. The field is still full of canola, and I haven't done really anything. I pretty much ran one more head, or just one more cut, and then called it quits for that section because at that point it was kind of late in the night when I was recording that, and so I took a break, figured we'll pick up later. But that was my intent for this video, but as I am the indecisive farmer, I decided we're going to do a little something different. We are going to be making beef. We're going to be setting up the beef pen today. Maybe even a little pork as well, because I know that's what you guys want to see. I think about what do I want to do in the videos that people are interested in seeing. And it seems like a lot of people are trying to figure out how to do livestock, because they just, like me, when you first start doing it, you're wondering, well, what do I do? What actually do I need? What steps do I have to follow to set up beef? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set up the beef pen and get our calves growing, and so we'll purchase a few of them, and we'll put all the stuff in there and get them set up, and I'll show you where everything goes. And I will go ahead and give you a forewarning. I have never done beef, so I'm going to go by the knowledge I have of doing pigs, and place things in place, and we'll go from there. If there are some things that we don't need, we won't need them, but we'll only find out by trying. So we got our little cedar wagon on here, and I was heading somewhere I didn't need to go. We need to go back here to the back and pick up a load of TMR, and then we'll head over to the livestock pavilion, and we'll put in an order for some calves and have them delivered, and then we'll take everything we need. We're gonna have to make a couple of trips over here. We're gonna need some TMR for sure. We're gonna need some chaff. Not chaff, some straw. I don't need a ton of TMR. And according to the charts, we're gonna need some silage as well, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, we'll set these guys up today and get them going. Just decided we needed to go ahead and get them added in and get them fattening up. We're getting on up in the times, and it's time to get some beef. Of course, we actually have a high demand right now for beef and game, but that has nothing to do with why I decided to do the beef. It's something I've been wanting to do, because it's one of the real reasons I got this map was because it had the ability to do beef on it, and chickens, and we do have our chickens set up. One thing I will tell you as we get ready to set up the beef, and this is not the first time I've tried to do this video. I tried it once before and found out I had a map conflict. It's one thing I didn't take into consideration in being new to playing Farming Sim period. I figured you could just get your modded maps, put them in your subfolder, and go. But I've come to learn that some maps will conflict with other maps because of the way they've modded. They may have put the same mod in, but they may have made adjustments to that mod, and it conflicts with two different maps. So with that in mind, when you guys are putting modded maps in, take that into consideration, and you may want to segregate your maps. In other words, if you've been playing, let's say in my case, I had put Old Ridge in because I wanted to play Old Ridge. If you're going to get Old Ridge and put it in, and then you decide to go to North Brabant, you need to take the folder for Old Ridge out of your mods folder and just put it in a safe place. So if you want to go back and play Old Ridge later, you can. And when you want to go put Old Ridge, you can put Old Ridge in and then take out North Brabant. Because what was happening for me is I had put Old Ridge in thinking I was going to play it, and then I decided against it. But North Ridge has 2 sets of beef barns and 2 sets of pig barns. And when I started to put my cows in, I was getting a conflict because the computer was trying to figure out which barn to put the cows in. And so I had interlaced cows. I actually had deformed Siamese cows with 2 heads on them, or conjoined, calves with 2 bodies, and they were joined at the hip. And then as I started to put my grains and things into the bins, nothing was registering, because on mine it was looking at barn 1, which is right here, but it was actually putting it into barn 2 in Old Ridge. So it was just one of those things. So I ended up having to take the Old Ridge map out of my mods folder and put that into storage. And honestly, it's no big deal because I don't play it. So anyways, just a little helpful tip for you guys. All right, we need to purchase our livestock, and that's the first thing, because if you start filling up your barn with food, it's only going to allow you to fill up for the number of animals that you have for 6 days. So we need to have the animals in there prior to trying to feed them. So we'll go into the animal section: cows, chickens, pigs, all that good stuff. And here's our beef, $250. So we're going to go ahead and spend about $5,000. I think if that'll give us 20 beef, that'd be nice. We'll have about 20 little beef cows. And then we'll probably buy some pigs too. We'll just make this one big livestock setup. So let's go ahead and do this. And again, I do not use the bulk purchase mod. You can get that, which just allows you to enter a value. But for me, I just slap the enter key over and over on my keyboard. And that just lets me go ahead and add them in. And, for each one, I just have to hit the enter key twice. And now we've got 20 beef. Let's go ahead and get our pigs too. Let's get, I don't know, a few. How much money we got? Let's go ahead and get 20. Or maybe 40. Oops. Alright. So I think they gave us 21 pigs. Yeah, so we'll get 20. And I think we got 20 head of cattle as well. Yeah, so we're on the 20-20-20 plan. Alright, so that's that. And our distributor is real great. The guy who provides us with our stock delivers it right here to us. So there they are, our little calves in the barn now. And you see we've got some brown and whites, black and whites. This guy's brown and white. This guy's almost red and white. He's a deeper shade of brown. Yes, good looking cows. Black and white, red and white. Yeah, good looking stock. Oh, there's one with a little bit of everything. Huh. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get filled up here. So what we need to do is we need to drive through, and keep in mind on the inside of your barn when you're putting in, the things that go on the inside are your TMR. Your hay goes right here, which will obviously push it everywhere. But you got your TMR, your hay. If you have to put silage in, silage and grass would go on the inside as well. So we got a tipping point right here. We'll go ahead and tip and put our silage in. And as you can see, it only took about 1,000 liters to fill up for our 20 calves. And we'll roll around here to the other side. This is our pig pavilion. And we'll just go in here. And you got the automatic doors for you when you pull up. And you see our pigs. Our fainting pig there. Another pig fainting. Alright, and we'll do the same thing. We'll just get to the tip point and we will tip in the TMR for these guys. And again, my understanding on the feeding is TMR is the hierarchy. So as long as you have TMR, they're happy. But you put a little silage and anything else in there as a you put like silage, grass, the potatoes, things like that, That's all secondary. They're going to eat the TMR first. Now, in the pig's case, I think they eat the potatoes and the TMR equally. But my understanding on silage is silage and grass, like in the dairy farm, when you put in all your different things, silage, grass, TMR, my understanding is that the hierarchy is the TMR. It's the one thing that you have to get 100% production. But if you run out of TMR, then they eat the silage and the grass, and they stay a little bit happy, and you get like 90% production out of them. But it takes the TMR to get them up to 100%. So we'll head back to the farm here. And the one thing about this, with the grains and all of our dried grasses and such being stored over on the farm, it's a lot of trips over there to haul goods. We're going to have to look for a solution to that. And I have been searching around for several options. We tried placeable heaps. I spent a little time the other day over on the chicken side. I was going to put a shed in and try and put some placeable heaps underneath that. It didn't work. Because you can't put a placeable on top of a placeable, apparently. I probably should have known that. But anyways, it was worth a shot. I would like for, my storage to be covered. I don't want to just put my grasses out there in the hot sun, because, your TMR is going to mess up, as well as your silage. So, alright, oops, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing here. Go back in and get us some straw, because our cows and our sheep need a little bedding. See if I can get this under here and make it rain. There we go. Alright, that's good. That's going to be plenty. Alright, so off to the little farm we go again. So yeah, I'm looking for a different option. There are some, I can get some trailers, more trailers like this, and just fill them up. There is a shed over there that I can park them under. That's an option. Costly option. There are the frame sets like this that I could get several little frame sets and then one dolly, and I could just put the frame sets over there and just, when I need them, back the dolly underneath them. Definitely an option. What else could we do? We could get there's some containers that I've been seeing that work with a front end loader. They look sort of like garbage bins, but they're loader bins. And if you've had the composting mod, you've seen them on the composting mod. But you could get those and dump, and you could put the materials in them and then use them to dump. So I'm just going to look at different options and figure out what I want to do to have some storage over here. But at the same time, it's stored not out in the open where it can go bad. Not that it would in game, but we're looking for a little bit of realism. Alright, so we got our tip first straw right here. So we're going to go ahead and tip it out. And again, it doesn't take a lot. That was just, very little went out for 6 days. And we'll do the same for our pigs. Don't want to leave them out. Alright, these guys get a little straw as well. Oh, they're happy. Happy, happy pigs. So think about it, guys. When we get this done, we'll be able to have bacon wrapped filet mignon. Alright, we're going to drop this right here. I have gone ahead and brought water over. So that's the next thing we'll do. And the nice thing about this this livestock facility, it does have a water well right there for us. So we can get water over here without having to drive all the way back to the farm to get water. Alright, connect that up. Now, as far as the water goes, and I'll go ahead and go through the outside bins for you guys. Of course, that's your slurry right here that's coming off of your pigs. So if you have a slurry wagon, you're going to come right here to fill up. You got 3 basic bins here. The first is for your earth fruit, which in this case, they've got the potato image here. And, you know, that's pretty much, you can use beets if you want. But potatoes is what everybody kind of does. Then this is your grain silo. My understanding is you can put wheat or corn in it. When I did the pigs, I started out with wheat in it, and then somebody said they used corn, and I thought, oh, I have to use corn, so I switched over to corn. But so I think you can use either one of them. I think they'll grow exactly the same. I'm going to throw some corn in there for these guys. And then this is your water tank, and you'll just pull up here to put your water in. The tube right here with the little red dot in the bottom of it, that's your fill tube. It will show you how much water you have in there as we fill up, and we'll do that now. So we'll just pull right over here, and I'll turn the help menu on for you so you can see that as we get over here, it will tell us that we can fill it up with water. So refill water, and again, if you watch that tube, I'll get that out of the way, the little red ball will rise, and you'll see you're full of water. Doesn't take a lot. Again, only about 1,000 liters or so. We'll pull around to the back side of the pig barn and do the exact same thing. Up goes the water tube. And so our pigs and our beef have water now. Everybody's happy. And we'll just drop this guy back over here. So we'll take it back to the main farm because our dairy cows will need water before these guys do. Alright. So now we need to do a little grain. And I did go ahead and bring over some grain, because I tried to eliminate as many trips to the farm and back to keep this video a little bit shorter. Because I knew you didn't want to watch me over and over and over again drive back and forth to the farm. So I eliminated a couple of steps. So we brought some grain over. Take the brake off. And we'll just pull around and dump this for us. Alright, so there's our tipping point for that, and if you watch the tube, it'll just fill up. It didn't do it slowly, it does it quick. Because again, the amount that goes in is based on the amount of animals that you have over a 6-day period. Pull back to the back. And we'll do it again. Okay, that's it for grains. So at this point, we've put in TMR, we've put the straw, and we've given them the grain and water. At this point, they should be pretty happy. The only other thing that we could give them that is required within the mod is silage. So let's flip over here. Pigs. You see that we've got mixed ration grains. We do need to get earth fruits for these guys, so when our potatoes come up, we'll be giving those potatoes. Silage, we don't have any in for either one of them. So that's the only other thing that we can actually go... Oh, excuse me, we're looking at chickens. For beef, we got to get over here and get a little silage for them. So that's the only other thing that we can possibly add in at this point to make them happy. So let's jump in our tractor and hook up, get our trailer, and we'll bring a load of silage back, because I do know you can put it in the pig pen. Whereas on our chicken mod, we found out that it wasn't actually something that we could utilize. Alright. And now when you put this in, remember, if it doesn't immediately respond and show up as 100% productivity, give it a little time. Now, because as you may recall, with dairy and chickens, when I fed them and everything, we didn't get productivity up immediately. It took a little time. You know, give it 20-30 minutes and see how it responds. They should come on up. So don't get discouraged if you do everything and then automatically they don't jump up to 100% happiness. But that's just about all there is to it. You put everything in place. You let them sit for a day or two. After about 24 hours or so, you'll start seeing your fattening come up on your stock. And for each one that says it's fattened and ready, that's one that you can take to the harvest. Now you are going to need a livestock trailer. So, and most of the mods will tell you a livestock trailer that they prefer you use or that you can use. Just the key is you have to have a livestock trailer. You don't specifically have to use the one they tell you the link to. It's just the one that they like and that they gave you a link to it so you could get a livestock trailer for your map. But you'll have to get one that allows you to carry livestock, whether it be, you know, make sure that it's when you read the specs on it, that it's something that carries beef, chickens, poultry. I mean, beef, pigs, poultry. Beef, chicken and poultry are the same thing, aren't they? Alright, dump this and we'll run over here and get a little bit of silage. And we'll dump that off. Alright. Did I get under it? There we go. Raining silage. Alright, so one more trip over to the farm and we'll have everything that we have into our youngins. And then we can let them go, and then we'll periodically just update you guys on their progress in our daily videos for the series. Not too bad expense wise to get started. Once you get everything accumulated, then it's just really easy to go, and you don't have to have a ton of supplies. When I first started playing the game and I knew absolutely nothing about it, I had read things like, oh, cows are end of game because they require so much equipment and this and that. Well, you know, you don't really have to worry about it being end of game if you've got a mixing station on the map, or, you know, when you've got the money to get the feeding technology, you can get the feeding technology. You know, the biggest thing is making your TMR. You've either got to you know, buy a feeding technology or rent a feeding technology. The rental mod will allow you to get into it much faster, because you can rent a especially on a map like this where you have storage for TMR, you can get a mixing wagon for the feeding technology and just rent it for a day and mix up as much TMR as you need and then store it, and then all you have to do is, you know, take what you need whenever. And but you know, the amount of supplies you need is minimal. I thought you would have to get a huge storage of bales of this and that. So it will take a little silage in here. It doesn't take much, but it will take a little silage in here. So keep that in mind, a little silage for your beef and your piggies. So, but I was thinking you would need like this huge stockpile of hay and huge stockpile of grasses to make sure you do all this. And honestly, it's a joke how little you have to feed these guys. I was basing it off of what is required in real life to feed, and their numbers are just so out of whack, it's not even funny. So there we go, we've got everything we can give them now. Silage, water, straw. The only thing missing is the earth fruits, so they should get a little productive here soon. They're not going to do it right now off the bat, but that is the basics. And as their productivity comes up, you know what, we'll fast forward about an hour here because I don't really worry that much about time, and let's just see if we can get it to show a little productivity. I guess we can head on over to the farm while I do that to get rid of this. And so what you would do, guys, is on the entrances on the sides of the building is once you have some slaughter weight available, you would get your livestock trailer, head over, you'll back up to the doors on the side, and it will automatically start loading your beef and your pigs that are available for you to harvest. It'll load them into the trailer, and you'll just go to your butcher or slaughterhouse that's on your map, and you'll take them there, and they will give you a little money for them. And that's basically how you do the livestock in the game. Not a whole lot to it. So if it seems intimidating to you, don't be intimidated by it. But just remember, you need the minimum amount of grass. You're only going to need a couple of thousand liters for the first 6 days. It's, and a day in this game is forever. So, yeah, mow one field, you got all the grass you need. I was thinking you'd have to mow the field every 6 hours and build up this huge mass of supplies. Yeah, you don't need it. You need the very minimum. Alright, let's look. We've gone about an hour. So our pigs are at 100% productivity. They're happy even without the earth fruits. And our beef, 100% productivity. All the earth fruits will give us now is we'll get up to 110%. So how about that? So we're in the beef and the pig business now, guys. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope that gives you a little more insight as to how to do the beefy and the pigs. And maybe you can start making bacon. And if somebody asks you where's the beef, you can tell them it's growing. It's getting fat. Yeah, how about my obscure 80s, 90s reference there? If you're under the age of 21, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Where's the beef? Alright, guys and gals, well, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to end it up for this livestock special. We'll be back with more agricultural farming in our next video. So until then, if you like the video, give me that thumbs up. If you want to know when more videos come out, subscribe to the channel. I do put out a new video every day. Alright, until we see each other again, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you stay safe. I will see you next time with more Farming Simulator videos with me, Mr. Moose. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.